And now to the death of Senator Lindsey Graham. Just an hour ago, a medical examiner revealing Graham died from a rupture due to hardening of his arteries. The Republican South Carolina senator had just returned to Washington from a trip to Ukraine. Jen Sullivan has details on his career.
Senator Lindsey Graham seen here meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky Friday in Kyiv. Hours after returning to Washington, first responders were called to his home.
EMS 6 responders, close to 87 Medic 7 on scene, cardiac arrest. EMS 6 responders, close to 87 Medic 7 with cardiac arrest.
His office confirming the South Carolina senator had died following what a spokesperson called a brief in sudden illness Saturday. The statement saying his family appreciates prayers and asks for privacy.
What a terrible loss it is. He's a great politician.
Flags at the White House and Capitol were lowered to half-staff in honor of the senator. Graham was elected to the U.S. Senate in 2002. He was known as a foreign policy hawk and was a leading voice for the unwavering U.S. support for Israel and Ukraine. He was admired by politicians on both sides of the aisle.
This was very hard news to wake up to this morning. He and I certainly fought plenty over our differences about politics and policy, but we also traveled the world together.
He was a prominent voice in the Republican Party and ran for president in the 2016 race, but lost the Republican nomination to Donald Trump.
When I was a new senator, he welcomed me in. He knew that my path was different. He understood the power of change in South Carolina.
Graham's latest trip to Ukraine was part of a push for a bipartisan bill that would place heavy sanctions on Russia. The bill's co-sponsor, Democratic Senator Richard Blumenthal, calling for the Senate to pass the sanctions package as, quote, a fitting tribute to the late senator. Graham was 71. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.